Hey everybody, and welcome to another XP Network Friday night live stream. It's real late at night in England. We're here with Danny from Modiphius. Welcome, Danny. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm good. I'm good. It is late, but I am awake, and that's the
I don't, you
main
probably
thing.
had the afternoon, maybe late afternoon tea to get a little bit of extra
Mhm.
caffeine in you.
Indeed.
We're going to be
Indeed.
talking about all things Modiphius today, Fallout factions. Modiphius is giving away 200 XP for joining the live stream today. So be sure to sign up for the event and scan the QR code below, and you will get that 200 XP. We're going to go into a lot of organized play and plans for the future for Fallout factions. So before we get in, I'm going to go ahead and kick it over to you, Danny. Who are you? What do you do? And what are these cool plans we're doing for organized play together?
Yes. So I'm Danny. I'm the Senior Project and Events Manager for Modiphius Entertainment. We are a tabletop gaming publisher in the UK, although we have staff all around the world now at this point. Everyone's kind of fully remote. And we make games. We make role-playing games, board games, miniatures games, card games. We do a lot. We do a lot of cool stuff. And yeah, I've shown up today to talk about Fallout Factions, which is one of our kind of premier lines and our big Fallout miniatures game. It's our PvP skirmish game. We do another one, which is Wasteland Warfare, which is more solo co-op narrative. But this one is our, let's butt heads and fight game. And it's small scale skirmish, anything from kind of like 6 to 12 models per side, quick play. Really easy to get into and go. And yeah, we are rolling out a full tournament program. We have a comp kit out already that you can download, which gives you all our tournament rules. And yeah, this year we're kicking off regional tournaments in the UK, and we'll be rolling that out into the US and beyond in the coming months and years.
We're looking forward to that. Yeah. So part of this whole conversation is you have the Silvershields Program. So people that want to sign up to run events as a volunteer and go help out your local game stores, help out your local game groups to get into Fallout factions, or really probably anything Modiphius, right? Like they can go in and promote any of those games. Be sure to sign up. We will be having a big launch on XP Network for the tournament scene and the whole rollout of everything for Fallout factions for sure. We have big tournament plans, OP plans. We were just talking before this. We have a really cool system for accountability. So we know that players are actually showing up to get the prize support, and you're not losing your prize support as your group to scalpers on the internet or anybody that's cheating the system, because we have an automatic system where if you scan into the event and it's an official event or approved event at a game store or convention or whatever, it automatically checks you in and you get your points, you get your XP, and then you can use that XP on prize support and other cool things. So what does the new season look like? Like, I know we're kicking it off. What can we tell everybody about organized play?
So with organized play, we're kind of doing a big revamp. We have our Silvershields program, which for those that don't know is basically anyone in the community. If you're running Modiphius games, whether that is a miniatures game or role-playing game or whatever, and you're playing with a group, you're playing in a local store, you're playing with a gaming club, basically sign up to be a Silvershield. So sign up on XP Network, let us know, and when you play your game, you get everyone to sign in, and we validate that and we give you XP for playing the game, which converts into store credit. As a thank you for playing our games and pushing those into the community, we support you doing that. And that is kind of the base level that we're at, and we're moving that from the current system over to XP Network fully. So we can do it all here, and it's all integrated, and you get your XP and you can keep building that up and utilizing it and doing fun things. And beyond that, our organized play scene is kind of growing as well, where with Factions being a game that does tournaments and it has tournament play, we're pushing that into the community. So again, we have the comp kit, so anyone can run their own tournament. By all means, like, you have our approval to run tournaments and get people playing the game, and we'll support you with that. Whether that be, you reach out to us, we can offer prize support for that. We can help with materials and information and everything. But on top of that, we are doing official tournaments as well. So they are full, like, Modiphius branded official sponsored tournaments that'll be coming out, that'll have kind of an elevated level of prize support. We're doing trophies and stuff like that, and kind of really kicking it into its next stage. We launched Fallout Factions last year, I think it was beginning of last year. And we started with Nuka World and the gangs of Nuka World and stuff. And we have our new box set, which is on pre-order now. Check it out on the website, which is Battle for Boston. So it is the Brotherhood of Steel versus the Institute. And then we'll have more miniature sets coming out, the new plastic sets for that. So we'll have Railroad, Minutemen, our Super Mutants plastics are coming out soon as well. They're all on pre-order, or they're not on pre-order now. They will be very shortly. So all these things are coming, and we're just kind of really getting this game to a point where it is out in the world now. People can play it. We have the core book out there. We've got the folios out there now. So the material is out there. The models are there for you. And now we really want to kind of, now it's out there and you're able to get it. Now we want to get it into your hands and get you playing it, and playing it in kind of the format that it was built for, which is tournament play.
That's amazing.
We're pushing.
And what's cool about this partnership is through XP Network, we're not only supporting tournament play, we're obviously supporting casual play, and not even just play, because obviously with miniatures, there's a hobby attached to it. So the cool thing with this whole program is not only is Modiphius connecting to XP Network for the new loyalty program. So anything you get in XP can be used on the Modiphius store or on the XP Network affiliate store. And those are the only places you can use that. You can also earn achievements, so you don't have to spend money to get points. You can also earn achievements, go to your local leagues. You guys can set up non-official events or even official events for like a paint night, a league, a demo night. Like you can go teach people. And if you reach out, we have this really cool program on the back end for Modiphius. It's a mother-child approval system. So if you have something really cool you want to do for a Modiphius product, not just Fallout Factions, you can request it. And it's approved or denied, and that can come with more XP prize support for Modiphius, so you can get more cool things. So I'm really excited about that too for the casual players, because I think most people know this, maybe not everybody, but the casual game market, the group of players that play non-competitively is usually like the 80-20 principle. It's usually 80% of people just play for fun. 20% are hardcore and kind of drive markets and metas and, army lists and everything else in the game. But it doesn't the biggest customer. It means they're representing the hardest core fans that want to really compete. And it is the personality type. I used to be hardcore I played, and my time due to infinite work has gone down, and now I really just enjoy the hobby side of all of these. So I paint miniatures all the time. I collect everybody's games. I love working with all the partners because everybody makes cool games like we used to. And to be honest, I haven't had time to play nearly as much since I started publishing back in 2010, and then got out of publishing, and then got into this program, which I would say is significantly more work and larger, because we aren't just one publisher. We're representing everybody and the retailers and the players. So there's a big burden and responsibility on us to make sure everybody's having a great time, because our goal is to just bring people together to play games and have fun. That's one of the reasons we don't have like social media messaging on our platform. We really encourage people to go to Discord or Facebook or wherever people want to communicate, because we don't want the flame wars. We really want people to just come on here and play games and have fun and grow community. And the best way to grow community and get to know your neighbor or your friend is to go be a friend and go play with them at a coffee shop, or go play with them at a game store, or in somebody's basement, or wherever, at the library. It doesn't really matter. Playing games in person, I've never seen it bring people, anything else bring people together better than that. So I just wanted to reiterate, it's not just tournaments, but there is going to be a big organized play rollout, and points will matter. So these 200 points you get for scanning the QR code below and signing up for Modiphius will be able to be used on the Modiphius store. I'm not sure if you guys have a plan for a separate Silvershields store, but I know there's some publishers that do different XP for the organizers, and then also different XP for wholesale for like retail stores. So when they're more involved, they can get more wholesale product, more window clings, more demo product, more price support. It's a really cool way to use the platform. So when do you expect to roll out organized play? I know it's coming soon.
So in terms of organized play, I mean, the Silvershields program exists now, but in terms of bringing it fully into XP Network, the hope is like within the next couple of weeks we'll be fully up and running, and it's XP Network is the way to go. In terms of like Silvershields like only XP stuff, that is something we're in the early stages of looking at, which would be like Silvershields exclusive merch, basically. Modiphius merch just for Silvershields for running those games that you can use your XP only to buy, to purchase just with XP. So that is something we are in the early planning stages. So that will come soon. But yeah, in terms of organized play, we've got our first UK tournament, which is on the 4th of July of all dates.
Nice.
Which is at Wasteland Games. They're still in Brentwood. They've got a big gaming center, so we're doing our first factions tournament there, with a demo day on the 6th of June. Beforehand, same place, where we'll be showcasing factions, teaching people how to play it, and hopefully those that enjoy it will then go in, buy their own crew models, get them painted up, ready for the tournament the month after. That's our first one. After that, in the UK, we just plan to snowball it and keep rolling out there. We're in talks with a few other regional locations for the next ones. And then, yeah, hopefully it all goes well for this year. And then next year, we'll be rolling out into the US, probably starting at conventions. So stuff like Adepticon, Origins, Gen Con, PAX Unplugged, the big ones we go to, we'll do stuff there. And then once that gets going, some of our key retail partners in the US will open up into their stores and do regional stuff there as well. But that's all coming now. In terms of Silvershields, again, sign up, get your XP account. And if you're, outside of Fallout, outside of tournaments, if say you're a role-playing fan and you run a Star Trek game in your local game store, sign up as a Silvershield, let us know you're playing, and you'll gain XP for playing it, and so will your players. The GM as the Silvershield will get more XP, but the players will get an XP bump as well for being part of it, because you're playing our games, you're out in the community, you're in your local game store, you're supporting local, and you're keeping the community going, you're keeping the games going by playing them, and that's what we want. So yeah, that's all up and running now. Sign up now, and we can start validating those games, because what we do is we just every week we check what events are out there and that have been submitted, and we validate that. So when we're on XP Network, same situation. You set up your game, it shows up on the Modiphius homepage. There's all these events there that people can sign up for of yours, and then each week we go in, we check them, we do the mother-child thing where we make sure people have signed in, and then we validate and give you that XP after your sessions each week. So yeah, it's there, it's ready to go. We just want people on there. We want people playing our games.
Part of that program development for the mother-child approval, basically you're the mothership, right? And then it's not meant to be derogatory in any way. It's but the organizers that are coming in, the program being smooth and extremely easy for you guys to do an approval or denial is extremely important to the organizers too, because that just means you can submit more ideas and more ways to grow the game or the community, and know that it will get approved or denied in a timely fashion, which has always been kind of a problem in tabletop, because it just isn't that easy, and it's been an email-based system and then a spreadsheet. In full transparency, for like the last 30 plus years of organized play, it has been spreadsheets and managing the best we can with what we've got. Technology today, especially through XP Network, really makes life better for everybody. It makes it so you can actually do these things, and you're not trying to knock down the door to get approval to run a cool event because you're a really passionate fan. I know we were doing pro tours and things all the time at my store, and getting approval was very, very, very hard. You just had to know the right person, which is not the best way to grow a community, right? And I will say, even though it's on the 4th of July in the UK, it's not as ironic as it sounds, because it is a Fallout game. So it's actually extremely thematic,
I thought so as well, yeah.
So I'm not even. It's funny that we said it that way, because we're talking about coffee and tea, but it is pretty thematic for Fallout. We also talked a little bit about some new features we're doing that I think we can roll out. And before I go into that, I have to shout out Chris Birch, who's one of the founders of Modiphius. You can tell that this is real organized play, because sometimes there's people that just say they have organized play, right? You can tell this is real by the extremely meticulous rollout. This is the Chris Birch I know. Very calculated, very meticulous. Start here this way, grow this way, and then expand into the other countries this way. That sounds like real, not pie in the sky organized play to me, which is very reassuring to players. I just got to say. So shout outs to all you guys out there at Modiphius for doing it the right way. because us gamers can sniff it out immediately these days. We've seen enough fake organized play programs to know that there's a real one coming. So
yeah,
I want to say that first. And if you have any comments on that, go ahead, and I'll jump into some.
For me, it's just, we're doing it that way because we want to make sure we have the infrastructure in place to fully support it. We don't want to do it in the UK and it'd be like, oh, it's great. We've got so many staff over here. It's easy to do. Then we get to the US and it's like, oh, wait, we don't have any staff here. What are we going to do? So we want to make sure we know how to do it here first, so that then when we come over to the US, we have all the safety nets and all the planning in place before we start there. So yeah, we're making sure. In the day, the US is bigger. If we're going to be doing bigger events there with bigger groups and stuff, we want to make sure we can manage that and we can make sure everyone has a good time there, and it's not half-assed or poorly run. So
yeah, well, all gamers appreciate that. I appreciate that, and you can tell that it's got thought behind it. So it's great to see. I think Kickstarter is where I see the most of these, where everybody promises like robust, organized play, no plan. And like, okay, well, if you don't show me the plan, that means there probably isn't a plan. Just for any of you that are wanting to do a Kickstarter or start in the gaming industry, don't promise things you can't do, please. Just tell people you can't do it, and then nobody will expect you to do it. It's much better to just not fail because you're being honest. And going into that, we have out of that topic, we have some new features. We've talked about achievements before, where you can earn achievements by doing things, and they look cool. We did update the player profile. That looks a lot more like Steam, I guess, where you have a trophy case and you can organize any achievement you want, kind of like MySpace, however you want, except instead of organizing your best friends and then your significant other getting upset at you, it's just your favorite games and your favorite achievements. And maybe you got first place at something and you want that at the very top, or maybe one of the publishers or retailers attached like a VIP entrance to something and you want to be able to access it really easy. It's in your achievement. You're going to show that achievement from your trophy case. But that's a really cool feature. And achievements can level up if people have I believe it's the Pro plan or the Plus plan or above. It says it on the website. I can't remember what it is, but at a certain paid plan for organizers, probably for retail store level and above is my guess, you can tier your achievements. That means you can level up every week, which is super cool, because that means you can create a more robust local organized play. You can have like magic stores that go from level 1 to level 2 to level 3. You can have characters that get better abilities as they go, like a campaign, and you can just use that to track it, which is an awesome way. Even on your local level, it's an awesome way to track a campaign or any kind of progressive league or RPG. It'd be great for Star Trek, for instance.
Yeah.
And then we also have the quest system. And the quest system, we've done quests before. We did quests at Origins. We did quests at Gamma. We'll be doing it again at Origins, and we hope to do some at Gen Con soon and other conventions, UK Game Expo and Essen and PAX. We're working on at Adepticon. We did a little bit of stuff at Adepticon this year, just kind of rolling things out. But the quest system, we found that it's like people really want to gamify their regular experiences, like their game store and especially their convention experiences. So our goal was to make everything that you go to kind of like an escape room or like a true dungeon, or just like I am a character doing something. So now we've made that into a full feature, and we're in the testing phase on our back end, testing out the quest feature. But what this is going to allow you to do is at your local convention or game store, there can be either a gotta catch them all style of quest, where maybe there's 30 different things you need to go do, and you get all of them, and it doesn't matter what order, and you get some major achievement or accomplishment. And that's usually going to be tied to XP, but probably an achievement that gives you some sort of gameplay or whatever. And then you have your tier-based achievements that are like what I said, you are a character, or you have a magic item or a sword or a shield or whatever. And every time you do something, it levels up and you get greater abilities. And this is something you can actually do at the convention itself. So you could play as like a Modiphius character from one of your games, and every time I do a thing and come back to the Modiphius booth, I could show I leveled up and maybe something happens, right? It could be a D20 roll or a wheel spin or something, or maybe I get to enter into a new kind of event. And that's really exciting. And then there's a fourth type of achievement that's like do steps A, B, C, D, and then get the thing. So instead of random, you can go anywhere. It's go to point A, do this thing, go turn it into point B, and then they're going to give you a new mission, and you go to point C. And then once you're done, you accomplish the thing and get the achievement. So the quest system really is something awesome for game stores or for conventions. And if you just want to do this for fun at your house, also a thing you can do. But for game stores, it's great to create a reason to come back to the store every day, whether you're going to buy something or not. What I really like is you can have a quest at the game store to just show up 3 times a week, or to go to paint night that you normally wouldn't go to, or go to trivia night you normally wouldn't go to, because you're going to get an achievement, you're going to get points, you're going to get discounts on those items, either from the publisher or the retailer, and you get to grow that community that way. We've never really had like a weekly or daily touch point in our space like a video game does. And so the goal is, how do we do that? How do we make it so like, I want to do this, and it's not just a tournament? I think every game store for the last, I started my game store that I no longer have since 2024, but my first game store was 1998. We were a Games Workshop stockist. We had Yu-Gi-Oh! And a bunch of stuff, Land Center. It was kind of the typical late 90s game store, right? It was very packed, but it was really tournament driven. And I don't feel like that has changed at all. Like, there are paint nights, there are RPG nights and stuff, but the regular board gamer, the regular RPG player, the regular card game player that doesn't want to play in a tournament, they don't have the same incentive. Like, nobody's giving them price support. Nobody's giving them, better discounts or whatever else, or a reason to come back next week. They kind of have to make their own incentive. That kind of sucks. Yeah. So I love the idea that every game in your shop and every game at the convention and every game you play at home can actually be incentivized to be, and it doesn't have to be competitive. I can just go do a thing and get points and do that every week. It increases the payout for your hobby, because we're paying a lot into each of these hobbies, as I'm sure you know. I think everyone in our industry is hardcore gamers. Yeah. And we definitely invest into our games. So it feels great to be appreciated. So everyone that comes to the XP Network and any of our partners, they're here because they appreciate you guys as players. So that's kind of it for that feature. We also have leagues we talked about, and I think we're going to be talking privately on how can we do some really cool Modiphius leagues.
For sure. Yeah. And just to touch on the like that, doing the quests and stuff from a publisher perspective, we want to increase and we want to grow our connection with our community. It's like we post on social media, we release these products, we occasionally do live streams, we show up at conventions and we can interact there. But by doing and creating like official Modiphius quests through XP Network and stuff, it's that other touch point to our community. So it's another level for us to interact with the community, with the people buying our games and playing our games. And it's another way for us to be more kind of open, transparent, and be like, hey, we are here. We're not just like some big faceless corporation. We are gamers as well. So it's fun that Quest is something you developed, and it's something we're definitely going to be utilizing, not just at conventions and stuff. Like we have ideas. I've been chatting with our brand team and marketing. We've got some cool ideas for quests that we'll be rolling out in the future as well.
I've got to say, Modiphius as a founding level partner with us, you guys actually helped us form the entirety of XP Network's like core features from the beginning. Like, we wouldn't have a loyalty program built in. We would have just had achievements if it weren't for Chris saying, we need to solve this too, and it should all be part of the same network. We custom built that essentially for Modiphius and then made it part of the greater platform. And on top of that, the quest system, like when we did our first rollout of like just beta testing quests at Origins last year, I believe it was last year. It might have been the year before. I think it was last year. Yeah. But anyway, we had this quest, and you guys had a quest to your booth. And this was really interesting because in order to do the quest for Modiphius, you had to do a demo of Fallout Factions. And in order to do that demo, you had to get a time slot to do it. And I know for a fact, because we have analytics, that this is part of the accountability, we sent 72 demoers to the Modiphius booth from the XP Network booth. So they would walk into the convention. They did not intend to potentially or know that there was a Fallout Factions demo to do. We said, if you do this quest, you're going to get a Dune book, which isn't the same game, which you guys were the most creative on this, where you had a time slot, filled 72 spots with the quest, and then did a demo for one game and then promoted a different game from your line, which is really an awesome way to go. By the way, check out our whole line, right? It's like, so as a founding partner, I can't thank you guys enough for helping us build the whole platform the way that it needs to be built, not only for publishers, but for the players and for the retail stores. You guys have really been integral in everything we're doing here at XP Network. If you have been following us as a viewer, you've seen the Modiphius logo from the very beginning with us, and that is why. We've been building this very much together, and we can't thank Modiphius enough for that. So in the final 5 minutes, we can take a Q&A if you guys have any questions. You're more than welcome to throw those over at Danny, and I'll see them in the chat here. It looks like we have one. What's the latest news on Modiphius RPGs?
Oh man, which one? We have a few. I'll try and speed run. I'll try and speed run some stuff. Discworld is one of our biggest ones. We did a $4 million Kickstarter on that. We're currently shipping out of China to start fulfillment as soon as physically possible. You know, world situations bearing in mind. We have. I'm not drawing a blank. We've got the new Fallout role-playing game book, the new Vegas book. That's on pre-order now, I believe. We started advertising that. We've got more Star Trek coming because we did the second edition, which went down very well with the changes we made for that. We've got more stuff coming out for that. We've got Cohorts Cthulhu. There's some more stuff coming out there. And we do a lot of RPGs, guys. But we also have a lot more stuff coming out. There's a lot more things we're going to be announcing this year and in the coming weeks in terms of new RPG products for existing lines and potentially new games that we've been working on as well. So there's definitely awesome. A lot to keep an eye on. Discworld, go back to that because it's one of my games that I manage. Once we've fulfilled Kickstarter, we'll have the retail release of the retail products and other things coming in the future. For that.
You guys have a pretty robust PDF library too, right? For like scenarios,
yes, we do.
Like everything RPG related. Like I'm assuming you guys just never stop putting those out.
Yeah, consistently. Like for most of our RPG lines, what we would do is we would release the core products, and then we'll keep following that up with supplements and adventure books. But in between all that, we'll always be putting out like PDF adventures. Like for Star Trek, we were doing adventures. We were doing like little mission briefs, like little, you know, here's the mission, go ahead and make the rest of it up. Little like prompts. And, you know, with Dreams and Machines, one of our internal lines, we were putting out PDF adventures for that. It's just kind of, it's just the part and parcel of what we do is we'll release a game and supplemental physical products, but always support digital content for it all as well. And
so Danny, live brainstorm.
Also get exclusive stuff.
Right. Live brainstorm right now. You ready?
Yes.
Quests in the middle of a mission for like we put a Star Trek mission quest together where people can do things in the actual game while they play. I don't know how we're gonna pull that off, but I'm like, man, that'd be cool.
There are ways to do it. We did something with Dreams and Machines where, as part of our launch of the IP, because it was an internal one, we released an audio drama for it, a 5-part audio drama that became an internal artifact for the adventure when we released the game and we did the Game Master's Guide. There was a QR code you scanned, which was like, oh, you find this item and it's an audio recording, and you press play, scan the QR code, and it plays the audio drama. So we've done kind of that transmedia sort of thing previously in games. So there's no reason we can't.
If you did like a little hidden one, even if it wasn't in every single quest or mission, right? There's like a hidden, I can earn XP by going out of my way to do a thing. I think it would, like, especially if there's like monthly releases, like which ones are going to have this like Easter egg to get XP? That's really cool.
Exactly. So, not just that, you know, keep an eye on our social media. We do little short form video content. The QR code pops up, you know, it might be something.
That's awesome. Yeah, you definitely want to engage with the fans, and fans that are engaging, we want to reward you guys. I can speak on behalf of Modiphius there. I know for a fact. Any other questions? And don't forget to scan the QR code below to get your 200 XP for Modiphius to use on that store. As soon as this all goes live, you can get discounts on anything on the Modiphius store. They are going to be promoting to retailers as well. So all the organized play, starting in the UK, of course, and expanding. So get on board there. Silvershields, you can't sign up directly through XP Network yet, but it will be soon. And then that permissions will go directly to the Modiphius team for approvals. I don't think we have any more questions right now, so I'll let you have final statements. Anything you want to say? You guys make some awesome games. You make a ton of games. You have a lot of IP.
We do. We do.
What do you got for closing statements for us?
My closing statement is just keep playing games. It's what keeps the industry alive, and it's what keeps the hobby going. So, grab a game, grab some friends, and just have fun.
You have your quest for the weekend, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Better be playing some games this weekend. There are a lot of conventions this weekend too, so if you have one nearby, be sure to check it out because there's always cool 100%. Things to do there too. A lot of organized play, a lot of fun new games you can discover. Modiphius may or may not be there too. So everybody have a great weekend. Thank you for joining XP Network's Friday live stream. We do these every Friday at 5:30 Pacific, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, apparently 1:30 in the morning or something in England. What time is it there?
It is, well, right now it's 2:00, but we start at 1:30.
Yeah, so really, really, unfortunately, early in the morning, I guess you would say, in England and in the EU. So our apologies for that, but that's how time works. Be sure to check it out. If you don't see it live, we do re-stream these on YouTube at least. I think it might be on Twitch and Kick as well, but at least on YouTube. So check out the XP Network channel. We'll be sharing it over to Modiphius. You can see it there. Otherwise, keep gaming. Have a great weekend, Danny. Thank you so much for joining us.
No problem. Thank you.